What's up, danglers? So it is finally time to show off Geecrack's newest product, none other than the Geecrack G-Crazy Worm. Now, just like the name suggests, it is a giant crazy worm. It is 18 inches long and is made to be rigged Nico style or even wacky style. But today we're going to go over how to rig this bad boy Nico style. So we're going to need a few things. We're going to need some nail weights. We're going to need some hooks. We're going to need some bands. And we're going to need some special tool to put those bands on. So enough gum flap. Let's get these bad boys rigged up. Okay, so we got our worm. Let's get our worm out here. So what color did I get? Eevee Miso. So again, as I talked about in past videos, this is kind of that color I like to be throwing this time of year. So let's bust this open. So let's grab, oh, it's got that wonderful Frito smell. Look at this thing. Alright, so the first thing we're actually going to do is we're going to grab our band. So this is meant to slide onto the worm, and it's going to help with the longevity of your worm because you're actually going to feed your hook under this tube and not directly into the worm. Now, in order to get this tube on, now these tubes are made by, or bands I should say, are made by G7. Now we got a ATD fishing product, Tear Shot Nico Wacky Pliers. So these are basically going to spread open that band and allow you to slide it onto the worm very easily. Yeah. Sure. Rip it. Oh, it comes in like a little case. Perfect. I'm here worried about ripping the box. Alright, so let's grab our band. Now these bands are in the 5mm size. If I can get them out. There we go. Woo! Just one. Alright, so we're going to slide this band right onto the tool here. Just like so. And then we're going to be able to squeeze and it's going to spread that band. Alright, so let's get that on there. Again, first time for me, so bear with me. So I'm going to spread this open, slide that in, pull it through, and I'm going to try to go in the center here of this little spot here, which she is on. Alright, so you got your band on. Kind of want that over a little more, so I'll slide it over a bit here. Beautiful. So it's right in the center of that little, I guess you could say, smoother part. So you got this one little section here. It's about, I don't know, a good 6 inches down the worm. So that's where you want to place your band. So now that you got your band on, you're going to grab your hooks. Now these hooks are by CRAZYYY. They are size 1. And they have the, I believe, the titanium weed guard. So that weed guard is going to help, of course, with weeds. Let's grab our hook here. So now, when putting your hook on, you want to put or feed the hook with the tip facing the flat end of the worm, and that's going to help prevent your hook getting stuck on the bottom. So now we got our hook, we're going to feed it just under the band here. Again, we don't want to go into the actual worm because that will tear the plastic, and again, the whole point of this band is to help with the longevity of your bait. So now we are good and rigged with our hook there. Now, last step is our nail weight. So this is a G7 tungsten nail weight and the 1/16 ounce weight. So let's grab one of these bad boys. Figure out how to open it. There we go. So there's our nail weight. And we're going to take our little nail weight here and we're going to screw it into the flat end of our Geecrazy worm. Just like so. So that bait's going to sink. This is going to hit first. And once this lays on the bottom, all I'm going to do is give it a little pop, pop. And that worm is going to jump off the bottom and look extremely lifelike. Now, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, that's a big worm. The fish aren't going to be able to get that in their mouth. Well, if you're not too familiar with bass fishing or just getting started, they're also called bucket mouths, and they're called bucket mouths for a reason because their mouth is basically a bucket. And when a largemouth bass opens their mouth, it creates a vortex. It's basically going to suck that whole worm up in its mouth. In my opinion, a 2-pound bass would have no problem taking this whole thing in and getting this hook in its mouth. So yes, there you go. That is the rigging of the new Geecrack Geecrazy worm. All right. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now the next thing to do is get me and my new crazy worm out on the water, which I think I might go do right now. So yeah, please guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop some comments, hit that like button, and I, along with my Geecrazy worm, will catch you later.
Yes, indeed. They call me Mr. Greed worldwide. And I'm black out.